Good afternoon and welcome back to the Mindful Model Maker. Now, what we're doing now is doing the sides of the main building. I've cut them, I've trimmed off most of the sharp bits with a file. There's my trusty file. These files are impregnated with like a diamond grit. So for this type of work, they're quite nice and they take it off quite easy. So that's pretty much it on that so far. So when you do the windows, if you look on the back, I'll show you on the back of this one, you'll see these bits here like so. Now what they do, they bend inwards. Here's one I've done. I think you should be able to see that they are bent and they stick up. So when you put the window bit on it, the window itself is still on the sprue. It has funny little notches that will line up with that and glue on. Okay, they become more apparent once it's cut off the sprue. Don't want to cut it off yet in case I lose it, so everything stays fixed until such time. But they bend in. Now, the way I done these, I've got these pliers because I used to do a bit of jewellery making and various bits, and I've been into metalwork because that's what I did years ago as an engineer. So what I do, you can pop that in like that to the line and then just bend it inwards like so. So that's one bent. I hope you can see that. Then you can go across to the next one, put the jaws through, bring it down to the line, and again, just take your time, there's no rush, and then just bend it in. You'll find. Right, then what you can do is you can lay it along like so and just bend it and just push it to bring it out. So again, lay it flat on, bite, and just like so. So that one is done now as well. Okay, I've done all the fine, I'm going to do all the fine little bits first before I start doing the other bits. So again, just bring that in, do it in the centre. It's not quite the full width of the actual window, but it doesn't matter. Because of the way it's scored, it bends very easily. So you're not really going to have too much of a problem. So just bite that on, bend it in. And then I just square it up by going flat on and just giving it a little tweak like so. Through into the next one. And that's all there is to do on these. You'll probably be glad to know, but it's not difficult. Take your time. Right, so they are the fiddly bits done. So that's the two windows. You can see that they're bent inside. I can adjust them a bit later on if I want to, just by laying it down flat, going on top and just giving it a little tweak like so to get it set up right. But the window frame fixes on that, and then I think there is the actual window bit, and then the perspex goes after that. Right, as I said, you'll see the bending detail more if you look on the back of the model. So that's the front of the model with the wooden slats. Then when you go to the back, you can see all the bends. And then what's best to do first, I've got no idea. I'm going to just start, and if I find it's wrong, then you'll see me doing it wrong. So, right, what we're going to do first is this one here on the end. Okay, so just literally line that up, tighten it, check, and fold. Just bring it straight up. And that's that. So there's the first bend put on there, okay? You've got a bend on the roof, which only bends in the angle of the roof. So I would start a little bit there, go to there, clamp it, just start to bring it in, get it about right, like so. And then just gently bring that up like that and go along to the other bit. Now this is where you can see it's getting in the way. So what I would do here is I'll go unwind this a bit more, bring that up like so, and come along there, because then it doesn't hit that other bit. So we'll get that there like so. Get it clamped. So then bring that up like so. All of it in one go. That's it. That's bent a little bit there, but that's not a problem. What you can do then, if you've got a bit of a thing like that, you can put it gently onto a flat piece of metal. Just give it a little tap, like so. And that will just get that crease out. It's not really going to show, okay? So I've started the bend on that. You can gently bring that over with your fingers once we get the roof bits done. So next is this. So again, slide that under. Again, these are the bits for the roof to fix to. Just take a bit of time to get it in there like so, and just bring it up a little bit like that. That's that one. You can see it when you get it, it goes quite nice. Okay. Now this one here, obviously, we need to do it so it doesn't hit anything else. So what we'll do, I will bring that right up again, swing it round to there, and then I will put that like that. So now it's going to miss all the other bends, if you see what I mean. So it does take a bit of getting used to. It's the first time I use one of these. I think it's reasonably kind of logical as to what you do. But I wouldn't say common sense, because I'm afraid some of us haven't got that. Sometimes including me. So you just take your time and start doing it. And if it doesn't go right, stop. And then have a look to see if there's an easier way of doing it. But that's where it has all these cutouts and various bits so that you can bend without disrupting anything else. Again, move it up, and I can bring that up perfect like that. Okay, that's that one done. So, can't get it off now. There we are. So they've got that nice and sharp. Now there's a bend here. Now how do we do that? If I say I haven't got a clue, would you believe me? Right. What I'm going to do now, I'm going to try this. Slide that in. It'll go into about there. Now what you've got to do, be careful of here, is I'm going to just bend that up like so. That's it. Get it tight into that bit there, and I'm just going to bring that up like that, like that. That's it. Now let's have a look at that. Nice sharp bend on there, and that stands there. So that's half of the building done. All right. So we'll carry on with this, doing this. To my mind, it's I've never really used a brass kit like this before. I don't think I would shy away from it. Some people would shy away from the soldering. The only thing with soldering, I have done a bit on some bigger stuff, and what I found was, because that had windows and various things on it, and what I found on the windows was that I had to use different temperatures of solder, because if you say solder a door frame on there and then you go next to do that, when you heat one bit up to do it, you'll find that sometimes the heat, because this is quite thin, the heat will go through and melt the solder. So that's what I found. So if you're not too sure about it, it doesn't matter. Now, how is the best to do this? I think what we do here is get this bit round to the corner. I think if we get that like that, there, that seems good to me. I'm going to bring that to there. And I'm going to come as close along there as I can to that. So you can see where I've been manipulating this around, but I'm learning as well. I think the tool is worth the money, definitely. And then I'm going to bend that up, and it's took the rest with it. So that's a release. And you'll find that's done that nicely. Now I'm going to go along on here. Don't think it's going to cause any grief on anything. I'll just come in a little way like so. And just give that a little bend like that. It's gone along right the way along anyway. So that's that one. And then here, let's get a big straight edge on there. Bring that round to there like so. Start to squeeze it down a bit. Let's get that in there. Nice. And then bring that up there to form that nice M1 like so. And then we got this one here. Now, what I might just do, yes, is you've got to be careful there because it is starting to put a bend where that roof is. So I think what I could do, go back to the old-fashioned way. I don't think, well, I don't know, I could do it this way. Clamp like that. And bring that there. Yes, it does work. And clamp it like that. That's it. So we've got that. There's a little piece there which needs to be just flattened. So I can put that on my block like that. That's how I put it on my block. And then I can just give it a tap down, which will just crisp that edge up again. Right now, when I go like this, we have basically the formation of our building. And that's really what we've ended up with. So that will stick to that. The windows will go on and all the other bits. So all the inner detail and the door frames and all the rest of it need doing now before we put things like the roof on. Okay, and some bits might want painting. The glazing will need doing and various other bits before we get any further. So that's where we are on this. So that's showing this machine. A little helpful gadget, I would call it. It's got a non-slip, so it's quite, once it's on there, I'm pushing that quite hard, it doesn't move. So it's yeah, I think it's well worth its weight in gold. It comes in a little firm thing to just look after it like so. Yeah, definitely worth buying. It is, you don't have to have it. You can build this without it, but I think it will be a great help. So yeah, I'm quite pleased with what we've achieved there in a very short space of time. So anyway, I'll see you in the next video. I'll get a few more of the bits fixed on there. I'm not going to bore you with showing you every single little bit because I think most of you that are going to attempt this can see roughly how it's going to go. But I'm going to put window frames on and doors now, and then we'll come back and I'll show you how I've got on and how I've done it, so you'll know. Okay, and I'll see you soon. If you like the videos, please click the like and subscribe if you want to see more. But I'll see you in the next video. Thank you very much. Goodbye now.